Why cross and Jesus are opposites. The oxymoron nobody wants to admit. Family, today I want to show you something that most people have never even considered. Something that sits right in front of us, hidden in plain sight. And once you see it, you can't unsee it. The word cross and the name Jesus are opposites. Not symbolically, not poetically, structurally, linguistically, biblically, ancestrally. And when you put them together, you create a true oxymoron, a contradiction that cancels out itself. Let me show you what I mean exactly. The English language reveals the contradiction. I looked up the word cross in the Merriam-Webster thesaurus, and not one meaning was positive. Every definition pointed to obstruction, conflict, contradiction, burden, misfortune, trouble, misalignment. In English, to be crossed means you are blocked, hindered, frustrated, or thrown out of alignment. Now compare that to the meaning of the name Jesus. Salvation, deliverance, restoration, alignment, clarity, healing, order. One word means misalignment. The other means restoration. One word means burden. The other means deliverance. One word means obstruction. The other means the way made clear. That is the definition of an oxymoron. The language itself exposes the contradiction. The Bible confirms they are opposites. Now let's go to the scripture. The cross in the Bible is a Roman execution device, a tool of humiliation, a symbol of state violence, a curse under the law, a burden placed on the condemned. Meanwhile, Jesus is the fulfiller of the law, the restorer of the covenant, the bringer of life, the one who removes burdens, the one who sets captives free. The cross represents death, curse, and oppression. Jesus represents life, blessing, and liberation. The cross is the problem. Jesus is the solution. The cross is misalignment. Jesus is alignment. The cross is burden. Jesus is deliverance. Putting the two together as a symbol of identity is like saying life, death, freedom, chains, healing, wound, order, chaos. That is an oxymoron. And the Bible never told anyone to wear one. Now let's talk hoodoo. Hoodoo preserved the original meaning of crossing. In hoodoo, when someone is crossed, it means their path is tangled, their clarity is blocked, their identity is disrupted, their direction is confused, their steps are out of alignment. That is the same meaning the English dictionary gives. That is the same meaning the Bible gives when it talks about the cross as suffering and burden. Hoodoo never romanticized it. Hoodoo never sanitized it. Hoodoo preserved the truth. And uncrossing means restoring order, restoring clarity, restoring alignment, restoring identity, restoring your path. So in hoodoo, Jesus is not the cross. Jesus is the uncrosser. He is the one who restores what the cross represents. Again, opposites. And the crossroads reveal the final contradiction. People love to mystify the crossroads. But the crossroads is not a place of worship. It is a place of decision. At the crossroads, you choose a path. You confront your alignment. You face the consequences of your direction. The crossroads is about responsibility, not ritual. And look at the pattern. A cross is obstruction. A crossroads is decision. Crossing is misalignment. Uncrossing is restoration. Jesus is the restorer. Every system agrees. The cross and Jesus are not partners. They are opposites. So let's talk about the oxymoron exposed. Here is the revelation. The word cross and the name Jesus contradict each other at the root. One means burden, conflict, obstruction, misalignment, death. The other means deliverance, clarity, restoration, alignment, life. Putting them together creates a contradiction that neither scripture, nor language, nor hoodoo supports. It is an oxymoron created by religion, not by God. God never marked his people with a cross. Jesus never wore a cross. The disciples never wore a cross. The early believers never wore a cross. The cross was never a symbol of covenant. It was never a symbol of identity. It was never a symbol of blessing. It was a symbol of the very thing Jesus came to undo. So in closing, family, once you understand this, everything becomes clear. The cross represents misalignment. Jesus represents restoration. The two cannot be fused. They cancel each other out. The language testifies, the Bible testifies, the ancestors testify, your spirit testifies. The cross and Jesus are opposites. And pairing them together is the greatest oxymoron religion ever produced.